What's up, guys? This is Helium Lemon 15. Welcome to another episode of Endless Ocean Blue World. This is part 56, I believe. Wow, what a blizzard. We're here, it's June 22nd. It's getting late in the evening. I'm tired. I'm gonna pretend that I'm happy to record this episode, because it's gonna work out. Yeah, because video games, we get to talk about video games, and life is good. Yesterday was the summer solstice and my friend's high school graduation, and it's almost the end of June. My mom is almost back in town. She gets on a plane tonight, which it's tonight for our time, and it's going to be 4 in the morning for her. So, we are in the Arctic, looking for a beluga. Not a baby beluga, just a beluga. And, my bum hurts for some reason. And yeah, I still say bum. No, I'm kidding. The candidate whose name begins with but, because 2020 is a thing now, and Biden, Warren, Harris, and Buttigieg are all in the race. Buttigieg, anyway, and Trump is in the race. Great. Those are heart seals. They're pretty. Also, I like musical instruments, and they have a good name. So yeah, Carol Channing. This is my impression of Carol Channing. Ryan Stiles doing Carol Channing. Now I know what you're thinking. Did I fire 7 shots or 6? Well, now you just have to ask yourself one question. Do you feel lucky, punk? Or, no, it's, do you feel lucky? Well, do ya, punk? Anyway, I can't do it that well. Ryan Stiles does some good imitations on that show. No, although not as good as Wayne Brady. And speaking of Wayne Brady, we were watching Price is Right yesterday, and one of the contestants was like a high school choir director, and all her students, like her choir students, were there, and they got up and they impromptu did Amazing Grace, and it was nice. So speaking of which, here are some Belugas, which are actually very pretty because, I don't know, they just have a very distinct shape, and they're very sort of white and pure. Yeah. And anyone who hears that is going to be like, oh my gosh, he said white, and start freaking out. And no, I didn't mean it like that way. But just because you're a white boy, just because you're a black boy and just because you're a white doesn't mean you have to hate him, doesn't mean you have to fight. It's from a song. Just look it up yourself. That's strange. This one has unusual markings on its skin. Well, maybe there's just a beluga tattoo parlor underwater. You never know. Gee, man. Gee whiz. Gee willikers. So speaking of musical instruments, I was just watching Cadence of Hyrule. Cadence of Hyrule is pretty exciting. It's like, for us Zelda fans, we have like 2 treats. We have the big, like, the entree is like Breath of the Wild sequel, which I'm still absolutely freaked out about, and Cadence of Hyrule, which is not announced as recently, and it's already out by now. I wonder if it's out on Steam, because I'd like to get it on Steam, but the funny thing is I have Crypt of the Necrodancer, I just haven't played it yet. But I was really quite amused by all the bosses that are like a mash of like a Zelda enemy and an instrument name. And like the people who wrote the music actually like, oh, they were like, oh, let's incorporate this instrument into this song. This is pretty dumb, in my opinion. And those flower markings almost look like some kind of smudgy fingerprints. It's kind of interesting. Do some forensics. Some ancestry DNA. for belugas, it would turn out that they're like 5% pumpkin. Because whales can be vegetables. I don't know. I'm a vegetable. I'm a vegetable right now. I don't want to have any emotions. Oh, man. This beluga likes me. At least somebody does. Do-do-da, do-do-da. Do some spins, because this is obviously a synchronized swimming show. Also, I just discovered the Jim Henson Hour, and it's great. It's so great. I'm so happy that it only ran for one season, and it's kind of hard to find on YouTube, but it's not necessarily that hard to find on YouTube, and also there are some full things uploaded on Dailymotion, which is a weird website, and I'm not sure I don't know. It's kind of sus, but it's like, it's fine. It's like, if they can avoid some copyright rules just simply by being on Dailymotion, then good for them. And since this is a singing whale, I decided to give it a fit-in name, and it's Keith Urban. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna name my whale Keith Urban. I'm gonna name it after one of the all-time greats. You got that right. I'm naming my beluga after Italian tenor Luciano Pavarotti, one of the three tenors. And yes, I know three tenors is kind of mainstream, but at least it's not as mainstream as pop music, and I don't like pop music, so there you go. Should start a club for people who don't like pop music. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm busy. Back to Nine Ball Island. Finley should be impressed that we have a new animal partner, Pavarotti, the singing beluga. Singing beluga. Yeah. Breath of the Wild sequel, Cadence of Hyrule. Found some cool free games on Steam. Maybe I'll get to play them at some point. I had my reasons for wanting to test your affinity with dolphins and whales. I've been scouring the globe in terms of somebody who can basically be a business partner. So, you want us to look for a false killer whale that should be in Valka Castle? A false killer whale with a scar on its forehead was spotted in Valka Castle. Alright, I don't really like you, but all your leads have been good so far. Yeah. That's right, that we're buddies now, but not really. We're just business partners. I knew from the beginning that Trevor was the real thing. Trevor, because I'm definitely not named after the Toad from Harry Potter. That's why I'm named Trevor, by the way. It's because one time near the beginning of English class, my English teacher called me Trevor instead of my real name, which is not even close. And I thought it was funny because all I was thinking about was that scene from Sorcerer's Stone where Neville's just like, Trevor! And finds his frog during the opening ceremony for whatever. And then I think there's like a French dub where he's just like, Trevor! And it was derpy and it was funny. So I saw this shiny thing and off in the distance, and I had to go investigate. Don't you think the ornament looks like the Ancient Mother? Which is actually something from Endless Ocean 1. So I'll let Gene Eric explain it for you. The giant Ancient Mother sometimes appears in Pelago, but no one has actually seen her and knows what's happening. So some divers found her a few years ago. The article I read about it really made me tremble with excitement. But I haven't heard any rumors about the Ancient Mother recently. If she migrates like other whales, she should be in either the Antarctic or the Arctic. Dang, I want some Dunkin' Donuts right now. I tried their like butter pecan iced coffee, and it was actually pretty tasty.
it gave me a pretty bad headache and a stomach ache. And like, I'm not that great with coffee. I don't know what it is about iced coffee. Maybe it just hits your bloodstream faster. But I can handle decaf coffee. And also that's a pretty sunrise. I don't think I've ever shown off the some of those cabin sequences before, so I wanted to show it off. We have enough titles here that we got a little present, and I think it's just a new swimsuit. Yeah, it's a Poseidon swimsuit. So these are some of our titles right here. You can sample of style. And you know, using those paper towel rolls, they could get the real old-timey sounds. Great! Now we have to kill off Bubs. Just like Homeschool Winner. Honorary Mentor, aw. Gotta do some more stuff with favorite creatures. These are legendaries. I found Gungnir. Still have a few legendaries yet to find. Found the Ice Cupid already, that you can see that there. Still have a while to go in my salvage level. Actually, that doesn't show how high I am. It just shows that I'm past level 12. So yeah, we're close to the halfway point with the titles, and I'd like to get as many titles as I can. But that's another story for another time. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Endless Ocean Blue World. I'll see you in the next one. Don't go anywhere. Just keep watching these videos. Binge them. Whatever.